Hello, yes. So past series we are seeing Unity tutorial to create the 3D games. So from up to the previous session, so we set up the environment and we set up the material, and yeah. So now our scene almost ready. So now we have to take place to do the action. So what the action is? The next step is to make my player. My player here is the ball, so I want to make my ball to move based on the input of the user. So let's go and try that. Okay. Okay, so our logic is what there is a default speed will be there for my ball, so we have to adjust uh, my ball to not touch the red cubes and go and reach to the green cube. That's what the goal. So for this I going to write a script to run this function. So here I am using the C# script to make the my ball based on the user input. If the user gives the input, then just go and do some action based on the input. Okay, let's go and start create the C# script. As if you are C# yearly, it's good, but if not, just you can learn the C# and can proceed, because Unity is latest version supporting a C# script. So backend program is C#. So okay, let's go and add it. So I just making my project clear, so I just go and create one folder called scripts. So here I going to manage my scripts. Okay, just open this folder and just right click and create C# script. Okay, what we call is player movement. Okay, so we want to control now player movement, so I'm just creating this script. Okay, then go to the player. Okay, so now just click the player object, then drag and drop the script here, or you can even add a component also, that's anything is fine. So now my script is attached to my player, so that's fine. So let's go and open the scripts in Visual Studio. So you have to install the Visual Studio to operate the C# script. So it's comfortable tool where you can get your C# scripts debug very well there. Okay, let's it's opening the Visual Studio. So generally the Visual Studio is official tool where it supports to edit the Unity. So when you are installing the package, I told you to install the Visual Studio also along with that, and there is a Unity supported package also you have to install, that you can find in internet. If you have already the Visual Studio and the Unity separately you are trying to install, so you have to install some tools to support in a Visual Studio installer only. You will find that, so Unity engine, so game engine support, so that you have to additionally to install to make sure you will get the IntelliSense for to manage and write the code for Unity related functions. Okay, fine. So my Visual Studio is getting building. Okay, the first time bit it's take to prepare, so because this is attaching to the Visual Studio. Okay, so my script is open. So default it's inherit my mono behavior. So mono behavior which helps you to do this do behave. So if you mouse over, mono is a base class for every unit scripts to derive. So this is default. So depth you can study that. So then what it's doing is, so it's inheriting unity engine namespace which have the complete library, and it's created a two method, which is one is start and one is update. What is the start? So whenever it's initialized the first frame whatever the logic written here, it will execute, and update is it's called every once per the frame. So every frame it will call. So this is the first frame, it will call this function. Okay, whenever you want to write some logic for the start, means the first frame, then you have to go and write this logic. And every update, every frame update you want to do some action, so then you have to write this logic. Okay, fine. So here our logic we going to write with another method, not with update, another called fixed update. Okay, the fixed update, what it will do is, so fixed update generally it's same like the update process, it will execute once per frame, but fixed update will helps you to write the physics related oriented, it's really a recommended one. Okay, fine. So let's modify it as a fixed update. Okay, fine. That's all fine. So we'll keep breakpoint to breakpoint. Okay, so here as I open from this C#, so it's asking to attach to the unity. Yes, just if you have all the setup ready, so this will be enabled for you. Okay, fine. Now you go and start the game. See, once my start game, this is the first frame, it started hitting here, and yes, then it will go for the fixed update. See, so it's keep, so every frame it will keep hitting this, so it will keep on execute here for the every frame. Okay, let's remove the breakpoint. Okay, that's brilliant. So now my game is running, but nothing we did it, so just it's a view. So let's go back here and stop that. Okay, fine, good. So now what we going to do? So I want to move my player towards or based on the input, I want to move my player to the front. Okay, so that's the main goal. So here if you see here, I am my ball will going to move towards so what's the logic is, so force will be applied, so default force we going to give to the ball, that will it will rotate to the front, then we will allow the user to control from the x-axis. So again I am repeating, so force will be applied to the ball, so ball will always move to the front. So you here user, based on the user input, so user clicks x-axis, so if you understand clearly x coordinates, so x plus x, here minus x, so if plus plus, so it will be moved here, and minus it will be moved here. Okay, so this is what the logic we're going to write now. Okay, fine. So now, yeah, so let's go how to give the force to the ball. That's what the question. So in previous session we added something called rigid body. So rigid body will helps you to manage the physics of your player. Okay, so from this only we're going to achieve that. So let's what we need to do is we have to initialize our rigid body. Private, okay, the rigid body RG rigid body. Okay, just whenever the frame starts, go and get the component rigid body. Okay, get the component means the current object which it's attached, that rigid body it will be inserted to your rigid body. Okay, sorry, or okay, we call it as RB, rigid body. Okay, all fine. So now okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to apply the force on the starting. So let's, the first frame just we try to apply some force. So Yes, so as we said, so I need to make it the ball to forward. So forward you can see here, because this x y and the front is the z. Okay, if you understand this way, yes, see, z axis. So let's go and apply the force. ZB dot add force. Okay, so here, so it is asking for me the vector 3. What's the vector 3? So vector 3, it will accept the 3 type coordinates input, so x, y, z. Okay, that's what it is. See, even we can try input the single value as well. So let's we try that one now. So 0 cross 0 cross force, we will try to give 200 F. Okay, so let's run and check whether it's happening or not. Okay, fine, let's go to the game. Yes, it's happening, right? So as we, the first frame we gave the force, so it just moved there. See, so then it's just stopped it. It's fine. So now force, we are able to give the force to the our player. So that's all good now. So next what we need to do is, so when ball is moving, so we need to give the access to the user to control it. So here I will take the keyboard input A and D. So if I type A, then it should move to the left hand side, and if I type if I press D, then it should move to the left hand side. That's what our goal is now. So what we are going is, so we here we're going to use the fixed update. So it every time, every frame, it will check whether any inputs coming or not. Okay, so let's go and write that. If input dot get key, okay, A, okay, so default will apply again the force. Okay, so every fixed update we are keep updating the force. Okay, that's fine. Now here, so now so x, A is the left hand side. It's if this is the coordinates for the minus x. So let's something we can give, just okay, let's make it 0 here. Okay, so if press, we are again giving the force to, okay, so let's go and check this. Okay, fine, it's attached. So let's go and run the game. Okay, it's coming to the fixed update, so it's just applying the force. Now nothing is hit, that's fine. So let's go to the game. Okay, okay, let's remove that because it's stuck here. Oops, my ball is just, because every frame it's just updating, it's gone somewhere. Okay, fine, yeah. So 206. Okay, yep. Okay, it's fine. So what happened here is, so we are giving the force continuously, but to apply the value, we didn't okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to calculate this with time dot delta time. So what is the delta time? Time dot delta time is, so apply this value based on the every seconds. Okay, see, this is the time dot delta time is what is this is the completion time in a second since the last frame is updated. Okay, so what it will do is it will calculate based on your frame. Suppose if it's a 10 frame, then it will calculate since the last update, because see, it's not only this objects scripts going to do, so the frame will be keep running. It's not based on until this method completed, right? So it's so we need to have the value. Suppose when this method hits maybe 10 frame once or 100 frame once, we don't know. So for that reason, so we are calculating, we are just multiplying with the time dot delta, so it will helps you to calculate that many inputs. So but still it's not going to reduce the number, but just see. Okay, so this is cool, right? So now I am pressing the D. See, it's got getting right my point. So it's so now the force is applied based on the frame. It's not something you can again you can find it. See, it's force is giving on the every frame. So it's not giving continuously the force. So what we are telling is apply the force by the delta time. So delta time is, so every frame give you this force, not like, see, like this. So this is initially we are giving on force, right? Like every frame you do it, not like continuous every time that updates happens. Okay, that's fine. So that is what the logic here. So here also the same. So let's go and give it such a multiplication. Okay, let's, okay, fine. So now so I try to give, see, A. So now I am pressing the D. Now I am pressing the A, then it's got reached. Cool. See, now I am pressing D, it's moving around this side. Now I am pressing A, then it's moving around left hand side. Now I am pressing D. Okay, cool. Okay, this you can play around with your end. So apply the force by delta time. Delta times helps you to, it is a count of every frame, and apply the same, call whatever the inputs. So this is the force we are trying to give. Okay, you can even you can just apply the force based on the condition. So yeah, so even we can try to control this by variable also. So how we can control that? Okay, so we can create on variable called public float. What we'll call, this is a forward force. Okay, so forward force 200. Okay, then control force. Okay, fine. So let's use this here. So this is my forward force, then control force. Okay, cool. So now once you made it, so you can see here, so it will be appear in the UI. So forward, so this we can adjust anytime. So let's go and run the game. So this is a way we can increase the see, forward force I try to increase more. So we give it 500, let's say 500. Then I press D. It's, I'm sorry. Okay, then just press D. See, it's going on very fast, right? Yep, cool. So hope you understand so how to apply player movement to the ball. So now my player is ready to move. So along with the force, so hopes this will helps. So next session we'll see how to follow my camera towards the player, because see here my camera is not following, it just it stick with here, my player is gone there. Some more see it's not it just yeah. So see my player is went long, but so we are sitting here, what we are doing here, so we need to follow our player, right? So that's missing, so that's what the next goal we are going to do. Hopes you understand. Thanks for watching the video. Let's keep stay tuned the playlist, go on practice. If you have any doubt queries, you can comment and subscribe my channel, and click the bell icon near that, so that you will get the regular notification of my new videos.